Hello everyone. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at a quick clip here from a tweet by Governor Greg Abbot. I haven't seen this get much traction or attention. I came across it and I was like, I need to at least address this. This is a situation where whoever is, whispering into his ear, we'll say, needs to be told to shut the fuck up. Because this right here is clearly someone wanting to slight Gab, and they figure this is the opportunity. And it goes to show that if Abbott is willing to say what he said here, he's a hypocrite, and you can't trust him. I was thinking, he seems to be a decent guy. He seems to be doing some things to battle Biden and the Democrats and that, and I'll keep an eye on him. And then I see something like this, and it's like a face plant, face palm type of situation when you hear him say it, because it's like, yep, we got a thing going on here where maybe, we might want to think twice about him. And what I find funny is, all right, this is the United States. I don't know why we have an Israeli flag next to the Stars and Stripes. I don't understand that one. I mean, if it's part of the PR with this or what, but to me that just kind of goes, all right, are you has me asking, are you the governor of Texas and or a puppet of that particular, nation? Are you a puppet of Israel? Are you trying to suck up here? I mean, I don't know of many Texas Jews, but hey, clearly someone influenced him with this one. And I'm thinking it was some individual that really doesn't like Gab, because this is what he had to say.
Anti-Semitic platforms like Gab have no place in Texas and certainly do not represent Texas values. What does represent Texas values is legislation like this by Representative King and Representative Copeland that fights anti-Semitism in Texas. Anti-Semitic.
Okay, well, here's the thing. I've never really seen a rash of anti-Semitic crimes in Texas, number one. Number two, all right, Gab is not an anti-Semitic platform. It's not. You might have, they might still be there, like, the LARPers like Crybaby Cantwell and Enoch, but it's not an anti-Semitic platform. And if you want to go by what they're using as a justification to claim it is, then Twitter is one, Facebook is one, YouTube is one, but we don't want to look at those things. And you got to love some of the comments, like, now do Parler. Someone bringing up the fact of the COVID cases. And then you got this here. I beg you to take this imagery down. Equating being Jewish with being pro-Israel increases hate crimes. What your bill is purporting to fight, against. Then you got actually Torba here. Responding with the Gab account. Gab is not an anti-Semitic platform. We protect the political speech of all Americans regardless of viewpoint, because in this age of cancel culture, nobody else will. This means unpopular viewpoints may be found on this site. And I have to agree with him, but I wouldn't exactly call that cancel culture, because we're talking about flat out friggin' censorship. There's a difference. Okay? Cancel culture is a nice way of putting it. Because even if you look at it and you go, yeah, it's wrong. Okay, it's easier to swallow when you call it cancel culture instead of calling it what it is, censorship. Okay, calling it what it is, authoritarianism. Because there's no culture about it. It's just a foaming, frothing at the mouth lefty mob that wants to silence any opposing viewpoint to it. Like this one here from Fruit Dog Wahuki. How about a bill that says Texas doesn't support treason against the USA like happened on January 6th with so many Texans taking part? All right. I mean, just some of these comments, since because I had to reload the page, but I mean, just some of them are funny here. I mean, you've got people defending them. It's clear you only know what you've been told about Get on Gab and not what is true. If the standard for being an anti-Semitic platform is finding offensive content, then all platforms are anti-Semitic. But clearly that's a foolish line of thought. Very true, very well said. You know, I mean, it's so funny here. But yeah, I think you get the point. I mean, and this thing, people just ratioed the hell out of it. You know, like this right here. This goes against the American founding principles of free expression. No religion is entitled to special protection. This is un-American, unpatriotic, and un-Republican. And I agree with that. No religion should have a special protection. They should all be treated equally. I have, you know, issue when you start saying, well, we're going to provide special protections for certain groups, religious groups, or a religion. Because that is true, because now you're infringing on the rights of someone else. You might not like what they have to say, like with the idea of speech. You might not like what they have to say, but they still have the right to say it. I mean, this one right here, I died laughing when I saw it, because it is true, because little Benny Shapiro, okay, saw this and he was like, oh yeah, you know it, I know it, we all know it. You know, and then you get like the retard squad, like this clearly, you know, cat having old broad here. Two funny 3 old white guys who are cool with caging Hispanic babies are now about anti-Semitism. You know, what's funny is she says that and she doesn't realize that Biden is in the age of, you know, the virus, putting them in and packing them in like cordwood, because he created a situation where they're coming en masse and you have coyotes bringing them across the border. You know, you have smugglers. I mean, Jesus. I'm sorry. I went through these before and I figured it would be pretty much the same, but it changed. So, but I love this one. You know, guy in a wheelchair. What does he get this person saying to him? Sit down, sir. You know, you get someone pointing out his ratio. Gab's awesome. You know, I mean, they make a comment about Jews there, but yeah. You know, and then it's called the First Amendment. I mean, you've got this got ratioed, okay? And yeah, basically, I just wanted to chime in because this is ridiculous. You have him trying to, you know, because people that are telling him in his ear that Gab is an anti-Semitic site, he's pushing that narrative. He's trying to fight, you know, tech censorship and fight for free speech by you know, at least from his perspective where he can from Texas. But yet here he is, oh, well, you know, they don't have a place here. No, you are either going to be fighting for free speech for all with, you know, with what you're planning on, Abbott, or what you're going to do is you're just going to be a selective, you know, a selectively censorious, piece of shit. You can't have it either way. You're either for free speech or you're not. And part of the whole idea of like being for free speech is you want to be able to have those with the views that are detestable, the views that are vile, the views that like make, you know, your skin crawl. You want to be able to say those things and have them out in front of everyone so that they're there exposed to the light of day. That way, when they're bad ideas, when those things, you know, odds are going to be bad ideas, pretty much sure they are, when they're exposed to the light of day, as they say, sunlight is the best disinfectant. So, I mean, I just figured I had to chime in on this because this is a little ridiculous. Anyway, I'm leaving things here. If you liked this video, depending on where you are watching it, please give it an upvote or thumbs up. If you want to know when new content of mine hits the internet, don't forget to subscribe to one or more of my social media or video accounts listed here. Also, with YouTube, don't forget to ring that bell. You can find all of my video content on both BitChute and YouTube. This may not be the case with other places I upload to, but I will try to minimize this happening. You are always welcome to interact with me at any of these sites on the list, so feel free to do so. If you have anything you want me to cover in a video when it comes to news or current events, send it right along to me. I will try to do my best to cover it. As always, thank you for watching.